Do you know that you're holding yourself back, or are you living up to your full potential? In this video, we'll go deep into the lessons of Miyamoto Musashi, the samurai who never lost, to find powerful strategies that will help you find your true potential and change your life. Watch out for more. Step 1. Explore passions. To find out what your true potential is, you need to find out what really motivates and excites you. Passions aren't just hobbies. They're forces that wake you up and push you past your normal limits. According to Miyamoto Musashi's concept, you should spend your time and energy on things that make your life better. Exploring your interests is an ongoing process of getting to know yourself. You can start by thinking about the things that make you lose track of time and the themes that keep coming up. Don't be afraid to try new things. Being afraid makes you weak. Try something new by picking up a new sport, going to a workshop, or getting really into a new subject. Surround yourself with passionate people who share your interests and can talk about them. This place will naturally motivate you and keep your drive alive. It's not always true that desire and success go hand in hand. Instead of turning your hobbies into a business or your main goal, enjoy the value of doing something just because it makes you happy. Instead of looking for approval from other people, Musashi's way of life was based on self-fulfillment and success. When you follow your passions, your actions will be in line with what you really want, which will give you motivation and a feeling of purpose. Once you know what really motivates you, you'll have the strength to keep going when things get tough. Step 2. Push limits. Once you know what you're passionate about, you need to keep pushing yourself. Musashi once said, "You must know that there are different ways to reach the top of the mountain." You have to push your limits and try new ways to grow if you want to reach your full potential. When you push the limits, you have to leave your comfort zone. Being comfortable makes you lazy, but being challenged makes you grow. Start by making goals that are a little beyond what you can do now. Choose goals that will push you, whether they are to learn a skill, build up your physical endurance, or solve a difficult problem. Musashi's life was all about achievement, and he pushed his skills to the limit by practicing and disciplining himself all the time. Accepting loss as a way to learn is one way to push yourself. Musashi never feared losing because he saw it as a chance to learn. When you fail at something hard, you should think about what went wrong. Learned. How can you change? To go beyond your earlier limits, you must be ready to fail and learn from your mistakes. Setting small tasks is another way to do it. Start by talking to small groups before going on to bigger ones if you want to become a public speaker. Every little win makes you feel better about yourself and gets you ready for the next task. By making small steps forwards, you build strength without overworking yourself. Also, it's important to keep your body and mind in shape. Musashi took care of his body so that his mind would stay sharp. Add physical tasks to your daily life by playing sports, doing martial arts, or working out. The focus you build in physical activities can often help you be stronger mentally as well. So, train yourself to see problems as chances to learn. When things are tough, remember yourself that being uncomfortable helps you grow. Accept the battle instead of trying to avoid it. Musashi thought that the way of the warrior meant meeting problems head-on. If you think this way, you will find the strength and drive to keep going. Step 3. Learn constantly. Learning should be done for a lifetime. Musashi wrote, "In the void there is virtue and no evil. There is wisdom, there is purpose, and there is a way." To reach your full ability, you need to think about learning all the time. Do not be satisfied with what you already know. Always try to learn new things and improve the ones you already have. Start by becoming more curious. Question what everyone else says and look for a deeper knowledge. Read books, go to seminars, and talk to experts in different areas. Musashi was smart in more ways than just swordsmanship. He studied art, philosophy, and tactics. He was a great thinker and practitioner because he looked at things from many angles. Accepting mistakes is also a part of learning. Musashi won not only because he was skilled, but also because he could learn from his mistakes. Think about the times you failed without judging yourself. Think about what went wrong and what you could have done better. This way of thinking about things makes setbacks into stepping stones. Teaching other people is another great way to learn. Sharing what you know helps you understand it better. Whether you're teaching someone or talking about ideas with other people, Explaining ideas forces you to say what you mean in a clear way. Musashi taught his students a lot because he knew that it would help him get better. Record your progress as you learn. Keep a diary where you can write down your ideas, problems, and successes. Looking back at your progress helps you see how far you've come and where you still need to improve. So, keep being flexible. The world changes all the time, and sticking to old ways of doing things slows down progress. Musashi changed the way he fought based on who he was up against, showing that being flexible is important for success. Be ready to see things from different angles and change how you do things when you need to. Personal growth is based on always learning new things. Staying curious, being open to making mistakes, and sharing what you know will help you keep getting better, which will bring you closer to your full potential. Step 4. Seek feedback. Feedback is an important part of personal growth because it can help you see things you might have missed. Miyamoto Musashi said that the truth about our skills and potential is not immediately clear, so it is important to be self-aware and keep improving. If you want to get helpful comments, ask people you trust, like mentors, peers, or people with more experience in your field. You could ask, "What are 2 things I could do better?" Or, "What parts of my work do you think need more attention?" to be more specific. Specificity encourages feedback that is useful and can be put into action. It can be awkward to get feedback, especially if it shows you where you failed or where you have flaws. You shouldn't ask for comments to defend yourself, though. The point is to learn and improve. When you get comments, keep an open mind and don't try to defend your actions or start an argument. Pay close attention, write down what you hear, and think about the feedback without getting upset. Positive feedback, which tells you what you're doing right and encourages you to build on those skills, is just as useful as negative feedback. Have fun with these times, but don't get comfortable. Self-evaluation is another way to get feedback because it lets you be honest with yourself without any outside help. As Musashi said, information without action is useless. So use the feedback you get. Implementing feedback shows that you are ready to change and grow, which improves your skills, makes you more self-aware, and brings you closer to reaching your full potential. Step 5. Reflect often. A big part of self-discovery is reflection, which helps people make sense of their past, learn from it, and see clearly how to move forward. Famous person Miyamoto Musashi felt that thinking about oneself was important. He would often spend hours by himself thinking about what he did and why he did it. This point of view helps you look at life objectively and find trends. Set aside time every day to think about yourself, and make sure you do it in a quiet place where you won't be interrupted. Keeping a journal is a good way to write down your thoughts, including problems you've had, how you solved them, and what you've learned from them. The point is not to be hard on yourself, but to understand your actions and spot trends. Reflecting helps you stay in line with your values and long-term goals because it lets you look at your daily habits and find ways to make them better. Musashi believed that meditation could help people block out distractions and focus on themselves, which can lead to greater understanding of their feelings and thoughts. Even just a few minutes of quiet reflection can help you see things more clearly and become more self-aware. So, use reflection to show your appreciation for the little things in life, to celebrate your growth, and to be thankful for the lessons you've learned. Being thankful makes you think positively and inspires you to keep going with purpose and drive. Step 6. Set bold goals. To find out what you're really capable of, you need to set big goals. Think little of yourself and much of the world, Musashi said one time. This quote says it all. You need to see past your present limits and imagine bigger possibilities. When you set big goals, you push yourself to be better than average and keep your eye on the prize. Start by writing down your idea. What do you really want to get done? Don't be afraid to think big. Don't doubt yourself or fail. Musashi wasn't happy with just being a good fencer. He wanted to be the best, which would take a lot of hard work and dedication. In the same way, your goals should push you to go beyond what you think you can do. Once you have a goal, turn it into clear steps that you can take. Not clear goals lead to not clear results. Don't just say, "I want to be successful." Describe what success looks like. It could be getting good at a skill, meeting a financial goal, or starting a new project. Clarity helps people find their way and keeps them working hard. Musashi also said that planning was very important. He talks about the idea of ken no sun, timing of the sword, in his book. This means hitting at the right time. Similarly, time is very important when setting goals. Give yourself due dates for each step and be responsible for meeting them. Keep track of your work and make any necessary changes to your plan. Accept the fact that you might fail. Setting big goals always comes with risks. You might have challenges, get negative feedback, or find it hard to keep going. But Musashi thought that loss was an important part of success. Every loss was a chance to get better and learn. From this point of view, failures should be seen as stepping stones instead of problems. To stay focused, picture what you want to happen. Musashi mentally practiced his duels by picturing them happening, getting ready for any outcome that might happen. Every day, take some time to picture yourself reaching your goals. Feel the feelings that come with being successful, like pride, satisfaction, and confidence. This practice not only makes you more committed, but it also trains your mind to think that you will succeed. So, surround yourself with people who have big goals like you do. Their drive will make you want to keep going for more. Musashi looked for strong opponents not to show off, but to push himself and get better. Get help from people who can push you to be the best version of yourself. Join groups and find teachers. Step 7. Stay persistent. Setting big goals and then sticking to them is what makes it possible. The path of the warrior is lifelong, and mastery is often just staying on the path, Musashi said. To reach your full potential, you have to stick with things even when things go wrong or progress seems slow. Accepting the grind is part of being persistent. Getting ahead rarely goes in a straight line. It's full of problems, distractions, and times when you question your own abilities. To get through tough times, remember why you started in the first place. Go back to your goal and think about what inspired you to start your journey. Musashi spent his whole life practicing, and he would often work on his craft alone for hours, days, or even years to get better. Show the same amount of dedication. Make a daily plan to help you stay motivated. Mastery comes from being consistent. No matter how small the job, set aside time every day to work on your goals. Getting things moving is important. Step by step, walk the 1,000-mile road, Musashi wrote one time. Even if you're making slow progress, each step gets you closer to your goal. Accept problems as a chance to show how strong you are. Musashi's duels were not only fights with other people, but also fights with himself. He had to show discipline, patience, and attention in every situation. Challenges should be seen as chances to improve yourself and your resolve. Ultimately, learn to be kind to yourself. There is no such thing as pushing yourself too far to the point of burnout. Take a break, think, and recover when you need to. Musashi often went outside to clear his mind and get back to normal. Find times of stillness and thought to follow his lead. It's not about being perfect to persist. It means getting up every day, doing something, and not giving up. Stick with the road, and over time you will find out how much potential you really have.